And we're back. For decades, Grover Norquist, a man who looks and lives exactly like his name is Grover Norquist, has asked Republican candidates for office to sign his pledge committing them to his core values. No new taxes, no elimination of tax deductions, no horseplay after 9 p.m. And since I consider myself the Grover Norquist of people who hated Joker, I figured I'd start my own pledge. During this primary, we're pinning presidential candidates down on the issues that matter to me most in a segment we call Queen for a Day. Congressman O'Rourke has agreed to be the 7th candidate to face the gauntlet. Are you ready, Congressman?
Listo.
Okay. I'm just context clues. That must mean ready. On day one, do you pledge to eliminate daylight savings and never let the American people see dark before 5 p.m. again?
Yes.
Is Trump's Nickelback tweet alone an impeachable offense?
Should be.
Do I have to feel bad as a pedestrian at the intersection for hitting the crosswalk button when someone is clearly already waiting to cross, or is it okay to have a healthy skepticism that maybe they didn't hit the button?
I think it's okay to have that healthy skepticism. Hit the button.
Do you have to make a kind of little face, like kind of like to the person?
I think some acknowledgement would be good. Yeah.
No, I think
civilized.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Would you pardon your former bandmate if their only crime was selling out?
There's no danger of that, but yes, I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
You must now put to rest an important debate. What is the best food at the sad restaurant inside IKEA?
I'm not familiar with this restaurant. What are the options that I have?
Well, it's really Swedish meatballs, lingonberry sauce. That's really what they offer.
I'll do the meatballs.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's
Was that
not
the
correct.
right answer?
No, I'm sorry. If a couple plans their wedding in the week between Christmas and New Year's, hasn't that couple proven themselves too unstable and dangerous to purchase a firearm?
Correct.
Yes. Foreign policy hypothetical. If you found out Emmanuel Macron's car had a baby on board decal on the back, would it make you respect him less? Shouldn't we drive like every car has a baby on board?
Yes.
We shouldn't be more like, oh, I was going to hit you.
That's right.
Until
yes.
I found out that there was a baby.
Absolutely. Yes. It's interesting that you picked President Macron to make the case on that.
You want kind of let you something behind the scenes, a little
Yes.
behind the scenes. The original draft had Trudeau, and then we can't ask questions about him anymore,
Okay.
because of news.
Ah, gotcha. All right. Thanks for bringing me in. Yeah.
Congressman, this is a doozy. All
Okay.
right, just
I'm ready. I'm stealing
Tex-Mex,
myself.
Texas barbecue. You can only have one for the rest of your life. Which is it?
Can I give you the answer and then explain it?
I'd hope so.
Okay. Barbecue, which may be counterintuitive because I come from El Paso, but in El Paso, we take pride in Mexican food as distinct from Tex-Mex. So if you were to ask me Mexican food or Texas barbecue, it would be Mexican food. Sorry if I confused it, but just want to make sure the record's clear.
I just think, honestly, one of the challenges we have is like that kind of nuance. Like, how do you get it through in this media environment? Because all I heard is you shit on Tex-Mex. Under oath, can you ollie?
No. Sorry. Damn it.
As a former teen hacker, were you white hat or black hat?
I was white hat.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good.
For legal reasons and also for, just in the interests of honesty.
Okay.
White hat,
Well, it's glad those align. So lately, a lot of times in the news, they do not. Last month, and this is true, the U.S. government was forced to confirm that they were in possession of multiple videos of UFOs taken by Navy pilots after the videos were made public by former Blink-182 singer Tom DeLonge. As president, will you finally give the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Tom for opening our eyes and for Blink-182 actually secretly being good?
There will be some way to reward that. I don't know if it'll be in the way that you described, but I point taken. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least you're open to it?
Yeah.
Should we preemptively lock up anyone who calls the Joker movie a masterpiece? For safety.
I want to pander to you by saying yes, but I haven't seen the movie yet.
It's 2019. You can review movies without having seen them.
Okay. Yeah, let me see it.
Okay.
Let me see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Final question. If you are elected president, will your punk band Phos reunite to play the inauguration?
Absolutely. Yeah, that would be a ton of fun. And, all of them have gone on to much more successful musical careers. Cedric At the Drive-In and Mars Volta, Arlo in this group called Fragile Gang that's here in Los Angeles. Mike in the Honky Tonk Chateau in Springfield, Missouri.
These names are terrific.
Yeah. So, to be able to connect with them again and be able to share in that dream that was lost to me when I realized I was nowhere half as talented as the three of them. Sure, if I have to use a presidential inauguration to have that chance again, I will use it. So yes.
So one last question. You're running for president. I think there's a lot of people that have listened to this show, Pod Save America. They've been following you for a long time. In fact, we get shit constantly for people claiming we're in your pocket when we're not. We criticize you like crazy.
Listen to these questions you just asked me.
But for people listening that I think are wondering about you in this campaign and whether or not you deserve a second look, what is your message to them as they're kind of in the home stretch of making this decision?
Yeah. I think at a time that we have a president who seeks to drive this country through fear of Muslims, fear of transgender Americans, fear of Mexican immigrants, fear of anyone, in other words, who doesn't look like or pray like or love like the rest of America. At a time that there are so many people who legitimately live in fear. If you are a child of immigrants and your father's dropped you off at school and you don't know if he's going to be able to pick you up because he himself may be picked up and detained and deported. If you're a child going to school and you recognize that this country has done shit in the decades of mass shootings in America, that 40,000 people lose their lives every year, and you live in fear that you may be next, that it's not a question of if, but when that is going to happen in your school. If you know that this country, that the world knows everything about climate change today in 2019 that we knew in 1979 and haven't taken any action, and you are afraid that the 10 years left to us will be squandered, I want to make sure that I am fearless for you, fearless against this president, operating on our ambitions, our aspirations, a belief in America that can come together despite our differences, not allow them to divide us in seek of being as we seek to be a match for this moment. And that's the way that I've been in this campaign, talking about gun violence, talking about institutional racism, talking about climate, the economy, healthcare, about rewriting our immigration laws in our own image. It's going to take that kind of fearlessness to defeat Donald Trump in November 2020, and it's going to take that kind of fearlessness to meet the greatest set of challenges that this country has ever faced. And so this is a campaign for the fearless of America. And we want to bring everyone in, regardless of the differences that might otherwise divide us. No me importa who you voted for, who you pray to, who you love, how many generations you've been here. You're an American first before you are anything else, and that's all that counts at this moment. So that's why I'm running, that's how I'm running, that's how I want to serve this country as President of the United States.
Beto O'Rourke, thank you for being here.
Thank you all. Thanks for having me.